I would love to talk about... I thought I had so many topics.
I don't think we're going to have any trouble. Well, you don't have to tell me in advance.
Okay.
I got one thing.
Okay, great.
And then also, I guess I want to... should we just start?
Yeah.
Should we just start?
Okay. We've started and we're back on 30 Dirty and Dying.
30 Dirty and Dying. It's been a minute. Do you know how long it's been?
Months and months. I don't know how long it's been. I'm not 30 anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know. We have to change the name of the podcast.
Well, it's 30s, dirties, and dyings.
Yeah, that makes more
fine.
sense.
That's all right. I mean, I don't think the plan was to do it only when we were 30.
Yeah.
Because when we were both 30, that's from September to May, right?
April.
Close.
It's a short window by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, it's been a minute. And I think we left on a bit of a cliffhanger that was that... I don't even know if we talked about it. I had some unusual cells found in my cervix.
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of procedures. I had this like horrible one where they took a chunk, a flesh sample. What do you call it?
A cutting?
A chunk sample, maybe.
Yeah.
A cutting from my cervix, and it was horrendous. I hated it so much. And then I had surgery.
Pause.
Yeah.
So how this happened is that you had a smear test and it came back abnormal.
Yeah. So I did the one, because you know how like now you can do your own smear test. So I did my self-done one, and then they were like, hey, there's something maybe a little dodgy, let's have a look. And so I went for a proper one, which was also the worst smear test I've ever had. It was awful. It was awful.
Why was it so bad?
Is that soggy? Is that sagging down that mic?
I think
You gotta turn something tight.
Righty
Strong.
Righty tighty. It keeps going round and round and round. But I'll just adjust it as needed. Oh, I'll start a timer.
I can literally see it moving. You're going to have to be adjusting that, you know. It's not like the sun where you can't, oh, that's cool. Are you fine to do that?
Yeah.
For the listeners not viewing, Rhiannon's got a real cool...
We aim today to not do any editing, but should we cut that out?
No.
Okay.
We're not doing any editing anymore.
Yeah, we used to, spoiler alert, we used to cut out little bits if we said something we regretted, but it took out too much time. So now it's all staying in, warts and all.
Warts and all.
Warts and all. So sorry, back to your smear test.
Anyway, yeah, rough as smear test. Like I remember feeling rough. Like I had to sit in the car and I felt ill. And then I had to go in for there's a proper word for it when they get a sample. And they had to go
sample.
It was a chunk sample, and it is horrendous as that sounds. And they had a camera up my vagina and looking at my cervix. And I could see
OnlyFans.
Yeah, true. Oh, I should ask for the footage. Yeah. And we could see it. And my cervix it looked like a little wet bumhole.
I mean, I'd expect that's what it's meant to look like, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was healthy. It was pretty bright, like almost a bright red, and it was like that was normal. And so I could look at that, and then they took a little swab, and then they were like, okay, now we need to get the sample of it, and so the nurse went and turned this TV screen away so I couldn't look, and then they said, we're going to count down, and then you cough, and then that'll be when we do it. And then I'm glad I didn't look this up until afterwards, but it was online. People compared it to a hole punch. Taking a chunk, and it's just like, there's no,
Did they put you under?
No, they put some local anesthetic on my cervix, like rubbed on, which that felt bad. Didn't like that. And then, did they? Yeah. I'm getting mixed up because then the sample came back, and they said, yep, heaps of abnormal cells because of HPV, which I do have the vaccines, but it's like there's apparently lots of different types of HPV you can get, and I could have had this for ages. And so I had to get
So you have HPV?
Yes. Which apparently, it's like a lot of people have it.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I don't fully understand what it is.
It's a sexually transmitted disease.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I don't really know what it is. The V stands for virus.
Okay.
And so it's like any sort of illness makes your body do weird things and produce the wrong kind of cells and fuck shit up. And so then I had to have a LETZ, which is LETTZ, I think. And I don't know what it all means, but the TZ at the end is transformational zone, because that's the area of my cervix where you get, it's transformational because that's where it produces lots of cells, lots of new cells, and so it's high risk for like producing abnormal cells. And then I got this procedure and I opted to go under for that, and I went to the hospital with boyfriend Callum, and which was honestly, the hospital experience was way better than the other 2 experiences I'd had before then.
Yeah.
Because they...
Probably because you couldn't feel it.
Yeah, they put me under completely. And there was also, like, beforehand, I get into my gown and they gave me, I always had a little cup of water, and they gave me warm blankets. They had a big...
Lovely.
The hospital just has a massive hot cupboard where they have heaps of blankets that are hot all the time.
Awesome.
I didn't know about that. And then after I woke up, I felt awesome because I was high.
Yeah.
And I just lay there and they put a fresh hot blanket on me. And then what was really tough is that I was there for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Just no phone, nothing to do.
That was the hardest part?
That was maybe the hardest part.
15 minutes without your phone?
And like I was looking around and there wasn't even that much reading material on the walls.
Did you get an ice block?
No, I think they give you ice blocks when A, you're a kid, and B, you've had tonsils removed.
I got an ice block after my endo surgery. I'm sorry to say that, but I did get an ice block.
Well, what kind?
Lemonade. It was awesome. Sorry, but this isn't about me.
No, but it is about us, and that's fucked up that I got different treatment. But they did give me a sandwich and a cup of tea afterwards.
Gorgeous. What kind of sandwich?
I opted for, it was like pickle and cheese, which is what I like.
Yeah. Delicious.
Anyway, that was like a few months ago, and then immediately after my surgery, I then directed a music video and did I ended up pulling out of Heartthrobs.
Yeah.
The improv shows because I was wrecked.
Yeah.
I was just in bed for a couple of days, and then about a month after that I got a call saying the surgery had been successful.
Woohoo!
And I did have a month of wearing pads every day because you can't wear tampons, you can't put anything up your vagina for a month. And I was just had like a seeping wound.
Yeah.
Discharging out of my vagina for a month.
Rough.
Which did not feel hot, and I was getting chafing. But now it feels like ages ago.
Well, I'm so glad and relieved for you that you were able to get all those procedures done and that it's come back, that you're all good.
They aced it. They
aced
it. There
it. You aced it.
I smashed it out the park. I must just have such a perfect little cervix for slicing a bit off.
The perfect little cake. Just get a little bit off the side.
Yeah. Is it cake?
Or is it a cervix?
Mm-hmm. It's my cervix.
It's
every
your cervix.
time.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Anyway, that's my story.
My story.
And then you fucking one-upped me.
I know. I one-upped you. I've had the start of this year has been the worst time of my entire life. Basically, my nana, who I love so much, she passed away. She had cancer, and then within the same week of her passing, we found out that my mum also has cancer. So she's getting cancer treatment at the moment, and so that,
so cool.
sometimes makes you not in the mood to want to do a podcast.
Yeah, I didn't ask you.
I know.
After I found out. I mean, because your nana was sick and you went down to Christchurch, and I was like, we can just leave that for a bit. And then you found out about your mum, and I was like, what podcast?
Yeah. But now,
who knows? Yeah.
But the beauty of this is that we can do it when we want, and now I want, and now we're here.
And now we're here.
Okay. I actually had some topics that I wanted to bring up with you,
Go
Annabelle.
on. Hit me.
So, I I know that with sports team, it's very exciting. I've seen the videos. You've got a feature film bubbling away.
Yeah, the Weed Eaters.
The
coming
Weed
out this year
Eaters.
at some point.
Which I'm so excited to see. But there's also been a big sports team moment in the news. Where, which is that at the Aotearoa Music Awards, Callum went viral for doing a loud scream.
Yeah. Boyfriend Callum, who's in the other room, he had his, he went.
So can you just tell me what that's about? What is that about, and how many people messaged you? Because RNZ did an article about it, and a close-up of Callum's face is the main picture.
With my little face just behind him, looking at him with just
Love.
admiration, or I was so stoked. Because, so the reason for it is because we were accepting the award for our friends' band Earth Tongue, so that's Gussie and Ezra. And Ezra, in one of their, I should know the name of the song, one of their songs that they always play live, in the middle of it, Ezra does a big scream, like a big metal scream.
Cool.
And there's been, over the last few years, Callum always films the scream when he sees them play, and Ezra always tries to get a longer and longer scream, see how long he can do it. It's just like, rah, for ages. And then it became a thing that people would film it and post it on their Instagrams and tag Callum and Earth Tongue. So it became, because Callum loved the scream so much. Then Gussie and Ezra messaged us in our group chat that's called Sports Tongue.
Cool. Sports
Team and Earth Tongue, and said, hey guys, on the off chance that we win, in brackets, we reckon LAB's going to win, can you accept the award for us? And we said, yep. And they sent us a list of a few people to thank. And then Callum said to them, Robert Tassin,
thank you.
Hey, I'll do your scream for you, Ezra. And thinking that they probably wouldn't win. And then we were sitting there, and Callum said to me, all right, so if they do win, we go up, you do the thanks, and I'll do the scream. And I was like, okay, cool. And then it was like, and the winner is Earth Tongue. And we looked at each other and we went, oh, fuck.
You're like, now we have to do this.
Yeah, and Callum tells me that he forgot, or like sort of, I mean, you kind of just go on autopilot when you're up in front of a lot of people. And then it wasn't, and then I said, oh, Jessie Mulligan, one of the MCs, I said, oh, Callum has something to say. And what he had to say was a big old scream.
It was amazing. I watched a video. I laughed so much. The scream was impressive. It was very long, but it's I gotta say, like, there needs to be more drama at the Aotearoa Music Awards. The fact that they were like, this will blow your minds. And it's like a big scream. I'm like, come on, where's the drama? I need some celebrities to have some fights.
There needs to be more. I don't know. It's tricky though, because everyone's sort of...
everyone's so nice.
Everyone's so nice, and everyone's also like, I don't know. I guess everyone's got better at communicating as time goes on.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, therapy's more accessible.
True.
But people, I mean, there was some good, Lorde was there. That was cool.
And
Savage was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was really cool. I don't know.
There was that national politician that was...
Chris Bishop.
Yeah, how embarrassing for him. Yeah.
Yeah, what a dumb... And then also to come back from it just to be like, oh, I guess I should have kept it to myself. It's just like, nah, you shouldn't have that feeling about Māori people expressing themselves and expressing their right and saying toi tu te tiriti. Like, that shouldn't make you go, oh, fuck's sake, bullshit, whatever he said. You know, just dumb.
Dumb as.
All right, anything else you want to say about that scream? Callum got a shit ton of messages. And even though I didn't do it, I felt like I did it.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was totally
it
was a team effort. It was a sports team production.
It was a sports team production.
Yeah. I wonder if you can, like, Or like, how do you monetize? Like, how do you guys become the next Nutrigrain Scream? Like, how does that? Do you know what I mean?
That's genius. Nutrigrain Scream.
I'll
get in touch.
Get in touch. Nutrigrain, call us.
Well, I've also been thinking about, because we want to start getting paid in some form to do this, so that we can just pay our rent and buy food. Yeah. And I have ideas for people that we could contact. And I'll try them all. I think we put together a pitch.
Yeah. Should we talk about this off the potty?
I don't know.
Oh, we can keep it on. This editing thing is okay. Yeah,
it's fuck. Because no rules.
No rules.
We're our own bosses.
We're our own bosses.
So I think we should try.
Is it a boss are we our own bosses if we don't get paid?
I think we are in we're in a hobby group, we're both the co-leaders of the hobby group.
Yeah.
And then soon we'll get to be but the second we get sponsored, they're our bosses.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we have to limit what we say.
So we're never our own bosses.
But you're a girl boss of your life.
Yeah, that's true. I am a girl boss of my life.
We're always girl bosses, but we're never the boss.
That's true.
That so,
okay, 16 minutes 30. Sorry, carry on.
Sorry. We literally sighed and rolled my eyes.
Sorry. We're trying to stick to 30 minutes. I think this is definitely more my... Also, another thing that's happened in the past couple of months, I finally got diagnosed with ADHD. And I think that when you know that we both have ADHD, it makes so much more sense when you listen to this podcast. Anyway, 16 minutes.
All right.
As you were.
We're doing great.
Sorry, I would give you my other hand, but I'm holding up.
No, it looks really cool.
Does it look
Looks
natural?
like you should have a cigarette in that hand. No, not at all.
Okay.
It'll be natural. No, it doesn't look natural. Okay. I'll edit it out. I'll blur it in the footage.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to try. Here's my plan. Gonna try Burger Fuel as a sponsor.
Yum. Biofuel. That's my burger.
Yeah, I love them all. I love the hamburgini.
Yeah.
And not.
Do you remember? Sorry, this
is. You're gonna talk about how I hold cheeseburgers.
Oh, that too. But you told me not to get a quarter pounder when we were in high school.
Why?
Because you said don't get a quarter pounder, and I said why, and you said the name is so bad.
I'm so full of shit. I don't remember that at all.
I remembered it because I stopped getting quarter pounders. It's okay. No, but now I'm off quarter pounders. Now, obviously, I'm off McDonald's.
Yeah. Quarter pounders are incredible.
Yeah,
they're so good.
If I was to get one, I'd get a Big Mac.
Interesting.
Sorry.
God, the bullshit I said. And they affected your life.
It just stopped me from getting a burger.
Because
it's not
I
too
said
deep.
It's got a bad name.
Sorry.
What weird.
I shouldn't have brought it up. So
no, you should have. It's good. I want to hear more things
that you said
to you
that affected me.
Yeah. It probably and it probably goes both ways. Because we're teenagers together. And teenagers are full of shit.
Toxic.
Absolutely toxic.
No good. I don't remember what else.
I remember one time telling you I'd written a song and playing it for you, and you said, "Oh, that's just a scale," or something like that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And I got really discouraged and was like,
terrible.
Yeah.
You could have been a musician.
I would probably be accepting awards at the AMAs myself by now. If it wasn't for you. No.
True.
Anyway, so we're going to try Burger Fuel.
Yep.
Carpety, I reckon.
Ice cream?
Because we have cheeses.
Oh, cheeses.
Yeah.
Oh, Yeah. Okay, good.
And I think we can incorporate the fact that you're dairy intolerant. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
And then who else did I look up that has money in New Zealand? Oh, I think some sort of alcohol brand. I don't know yet. And Les Mills. I think we should try.
Get Les Mills.
Oh, and my food bag.
Great.
Yeah.
All good.
Thank you.
Really good ones.
So what was this space? Listen this space.
Listen this space for a sponsor. Okay, what other topics did I have for you, Annabelle? Oh, this is just a random thought I had. So Jacinda Ardern's got a new book out. I've been seeing interviews with her everywhere.
Yeah.
Who would you pick to be the Prime Minister of New Zealand? It can't be a politician. And this is not like hee ha ha. Genuinely, you have to pick someone to be the Prime Minister, and they can't already be You're thinking about this so hard.
I've gone real quiet.
What?
Do you know off the top of your head?
No.
Oh, then give me,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Actually, do you know what? Kind of my mum. And I'm not just saying that because she's sick. She's very good at leadership.
Make a wish.
Make a wish.
If you're listening.
Get my mum to the prize. She's very good at leadership. She's for the people.
Mm-hmm.
She knows a lot about healthcare, and she's very organised, and she's kind.
She's a lawyer, right?
Yeah, and in healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she'd get my vote.
Thanks.
And I think my mum. No, I don't think I don't know.
Could be your mum.
Fuck, she's gonna listen to this. I don't know. I think no, she would do a good job, but I do think it would. My mum loves her downtime, and I think it would ruin her life.
Oh yeah. Sorry, can I say another one?
Yeah.
Oh no, keep going. We're talking about
I was just gonna say, my mum, she loves her gardening. She loves her projects. She plays her guitar, and she loves watching her TV shows. And sitting on their comfy couch.
Yeah.
And she's found this beautiful balance in her life.
That sounds awesome.
I think that being Prime Minister would really throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah. Well, she'd have less time for gardening and hanging out on the couch.
Yeah,
that's
I
for
think
sure.
she'd just be stressed out of her mind.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that.
No.
I'm really trying to think who I know that's like.
I think Tom Unger.
Oh, I don't.
He's our friend from high school.
Yeah.
Kitty's cousin.
Our friend Kitty's
Our
cousin.
friend Kitty cousin.
Yeah, he went to Christchurch Boys. Right?
Yes, and he listens to the podcast, by the way, so he might
Sorry,
hear
Tom.
this. But he's now become a representative for Riccarton, or is trying to. Yeah, he's into politics actually, so it doesn't really count. But I've had he's got a good head on his shoulders,
But
and he's
what
also
party
for the people.
is he aligned with?
Labour Party.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty pro-Greens.
I know you are.
I know.
I
think, you know who would be great? Oh, I was going to shout out, this is Tom from BFM. He'd be a great leader.
Why? I don't know. Tom from BFM.
Look, I like his attitude.
What about his attitude do you
Well,
like?
he's come in to BFM as the station manager, and
Oh, yes.
I just think he's a lovely guy and would do a good job and is a good leader. Maybe too nice.
They all seem like good qualities. No, those are good qualities. I was also going to chuck into the mix Gandalf from Les Mills.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
you know what?
I
love
need to stop
Gandalf.
thinking this too seriously.
No, I did say serious. I do actually think Gandalf could be a good prime minister. Is that crazy? He's got a lot of charisma.
I mean, I think that, look. I think that there's the charisma and there's the people that are, good at speaking and good at debating, which is really important. But I do think that over the decades of democracy, it has become more and more about a face and an image and a someone who's just charming and gets more and more so, rather than people who are maybe better suited for the job but not necessarily that good on TV or something.
Yeah, someone you could see yourself having a drink with.
That's what it's become.
Oh my God, Susie Cato.
Oh, boom. There we go.
Susie Cato should be the Prime Minister.
Susie Cato, Prime Minister, who just got, she got some sort of King's Honours. I don't know specifically what kind.
She's a dame or a lady, or she's got some
I don't know if
letters.
she's quite a dame, but she's got something.
Order of New Zealand Merit?
She's a companion.
Okay.
I think that she was under the companion. Oh, look. God, it's tricky. I always want to look at my phone.
Oh, look.
Can you look up what Susie did? And then, do you have anything else on your topics of conversation?
Not really. I guess one thing that we could talk about, we can save it for another one. Fuck, should we be more organised?
No.
Susie Cato, King's Order, because, how do you... Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit. Yeah, here we go.
Whoa, Officer Cato, eh?
Yeah,
Officer
I think
Susie.
she gets ONZE ONZM after her name.
Cool.
The other thing I was going to ask you about is how you and Callum split your finances, because it's been on my mind recently because I'm not working, and Anaru is paying for a lot for me, and it's caused not tension but
It's hard.
honest discussions. Yeah.
So over the year, because when
Sorry, 7.5.
7.5 minutes.
Yeah, do you hate this? Me
It's
timekeeping?
okay.
Okay, sorry.
I think if it makes you feel better, it's worth it.
Thanks.
So
Annabelle just rolled her eyes at me. Anyway.
I can't help myself. It's absolutely out of my control. My eye rolling problem. I've had an eye rolling problem from a young age.
Okay.
It's gotten me in a lot of trouble.
Splitting your finances with
Splitting our
Callum.
Yeah. So. We have this system called Mr. Moneybags, where whoever has the most money at the moment is Mr. Moneybags. And they pay for stuff more so, so it's like if one of us is Mr. Moneybags, then that's the person who's probably going to be buying the groceries, or it might be the person that you need to ask, like, hey, can you help me with my rent this week? At the moment, the last wee while we've been pretty even because we're doing so many of the same. We're working together on stuff. But when we first started dating, I had work and Callum didn't. And then after a while got like a job. But yeah, there was a long time where I was Mr. Moneybags. And you just have to I don't know, you can't. It's about trust.
Yes.
And if there's weirdness in it, you've got to really explore that and figure out where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be there. Because I really struggle when I prefer to be Mr. Moneybags. Callum, I hate it when Callum is Mr. Moneybags because I hate asking for money. But then I just have to, and it's all good. And we've had good practice. We've been together for 8 years, and I think that you get good at it, and you do a little bit of like, if there's like a big chunk of money, if there's like, oh, I really need you to pay for my warrant and I need this stuff done in my car, or I really need a new pair of jeans, all my pants are ripped, then you can write it down in your notes app so that once you have some money, you've got a rough idea of what you can pay them back for of like significant things. But if it's just day to day, I don't know, buying some toilet paper, or also if you're Mr. Moneybags, then you are the one that's sort of like, if you want to go out for dinner, or if you want to go see a movie or a gig, go see a band, you need to be open and clear that you will pay for it.
That makes sense. I think that's a good system.
Yeah.
Mr. Moneybags.
Mr. Moneybags.
I love it.
Yeah, and then, and you just say, and every now and again I'll just be like, how are you for money? And, it goes both ways. And it'll be like, I'm not good for money. Yeah. Well, like, we were buying dinner supplies the other day, and I was like, oh, I can probably get like half of these things. Can you get the other half? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. I'll get all of them.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's a lovely way of doing it.
And that's how it works. And then sometimes when we're doing heaps of the same work and I know we're getting paid the same amount, and I start running out of money and he doesn't, then I go, what is happening? Why have I spent so much money? And then I look back and I'm like, oh, can you pay me back for a bunch of these things that I've paid for lately?
Yeah. Easy.
But I'm also, very lucky. I feel like I came from a family that's very open about money.
Yeah.
And so it's not hard to talk about.
That's nice.
How are you finding it? Finding it hard?
Yeah, I also hate asking for money. And I don't...
It feels weak.
Yeah,
pathetic.
I don't... It does feel pathetic. I don't ask Anaru for money. But what I do is I'll be like, oh, we've got... Like, should we have toasties for dinner? And he'll be like, no, I want to get takeaways. And I go, well, I can't afford takeaways. And then that feels manipulative. And it kind of is, because what I'm saying is, I'll get takeaways if you pay for it. And so
that's just, I don't think it's manipulative. You're being just honest. You're like, oh, I can't afford takeaways, so you can get takeaways if you want.
Yeah.
And I'll just have a toasty.
Yeah.
And if you want takeaways that bad, then go for it.
Yeah. He would never get takeaways and let me eat a toasty.
Yeah.
I would,
Exactly. That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, then living together. But I don't know. Then you just go, well, let's just make some really lit toasties.
True.
Let's just like zhuzh them up.
True. But even to make lit toasties, that's expensive. We early on in our relationship, we had a good chat where Anaru, and this was back when I had money, and we were like, basically he'd say, because in my family, there's a brawl. There's like a fight when it comes to paying for things. And
because of the like, I'll pay for it. Yes.
And so I was
that's such a funny culture, eh?
Yeah, but that's where I come from. But then he had a chat with me, and he was like, when I say I want to pay for this, I really mean it, and I really don't like arguing with you about it. So can you please just listen to me if I want to pay for something?
Absolutely. Because I'm terrible. Because if someone goes, oh, I'll pay for it, I go, okay, straight away. And it's the same thing with like if you're having people over for dinner and I like start clearing the dishes, and I'll go and do the dishes, and someone will go, no, I'll do that. I go, okay. And I let them.
Yeah.
And I think I know that people are being polite, but I don't want to pay for it. And I don't want to do the dishes. Yeah. So if you say to me, no, I'll get it, then I'm going to let you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do think maybe people are surprised. Sometimes it's like that, that there's that meme or that video of a guy doing an impression of like an Irish person offering a piece of cake and a German person offering a piece of cake. Do you know that one?
But I can.
It's great. It shows the Irish people and they're both going, would you like a piece of cake? And going, no, I couldn't. And so, no, you have to. Please. And then, no. And then the German people was like, would you like some cake? And they go, yes, please. And they have the cake. And then they do the combination of German and Irish, and then Irish German, and it's exactly that. It's the Irish person going, oh, would you like some cake? And the German person going, oh, yes, please.
Yeah.
And then go, oh, well, that's rude.
Yes. I'm definitely the Irish person. Yeah. Like if I I know you well enough that I would, if I was like, I'll pay for it, and you're like, okay, I'd be like, that's,
Yeah. I'm like, well, that's your fault for offering to pay.
Absolutely. Okay, Annabelle, look, we've got 50 seconds left, and what I've got to say to you is...
Can we do like a few minutes? Can we please not do 50 seconds? That's so stressful.
Okay, we'll wrap up. We'll start wrapping up. We forgot to do a big cue.
I know what the big cue was. Where the hell have we been?
Where the hell have we been?
What the hell have you been doing? And we've been busy.
Yeah.
We've been busy with hospitals and...
more hospitals.
Existing in the creative industry.
Totally. What do we usually do at the end?
We usually do ins and outs.
Do you want to do some ins and outs?
I also want to... I had a thing. We can save it for next time.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty silly.
A teaser? I don't even know what this is. Tell me. Next time on 30, Dirty and Dying.
Next time, tune in for Annabelle's Tight 5 Toilet Talk. I've got an idea.
What? Tight 5 toilet. No, I'm so sorry. That's actually.
I just did real sad puppy at you.
That sounds awesome. And I can't wait to find out what it is.
I love talking about and not doing a type 5. Like a conceptual. Do you know what I mean? You know what a type 5 is?
Yeah, in comedy, you do a 5 minute
Yeah, I was like,
sorry, but I just don't know what it is in the like context of toilet talk.
Well, I've got a few different jokes. I've got like 3 different jokes that are all toilet talk. They're all related to the toilet.
Stay tuned. And Kleenex, Sorbent, Passio, if you want to get in touch and sponsor Annabelle's Tight 5 Toilet Talk, please email us
at 30dirty and dying.
Do we have an email address?
Yeah, we do. I'll put it in the description.
Okay. So,
big say.
We are back bigger than ever. What are our ins and outs, Annabelle?
In seaweed snacks.
Yum. In having honest and robust conversations about money.
Yeah. Out. Being weird about money.
In getting regular smear tests.
Absolutely. Out. Not giving people anesthetic when they need it. I think,
In believing women when they say something is painful.
Something's painful. Yeah. And don't be condescending. Out. Don't be condescending when I'm in heaps of pain.
In Stan Walker.
Hey, I'm I'm so in.
Isn't dreamy. He's got the same cancer as my mum. Sorry.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
he did.
congratulations.
It's gone. Yeah, thank you so much.
In Don McGlashan.
In Lord.
I love the new songs. I really like the new songs. But out, not inviting everyone to your pop-up events, Lord.
Oh, yeah, Lord.
Would really like to go.
Out. Complaining about Te Ao Māori existing within New Zealand.
Yeah, and thinking that the National Music Awards is an inappropriate place for that expression. Get real.
You dumb fuck.
Out, Chris Bishop.
Out. Another Chris. You know which one I'm talking about.
Pratt?
Luxon.
Oh, yeah. I just don't see him as a Chris because he's like Christopher. Always.
I know. Have you got anything else?
Oh, that might be. Oh, and Les Mills take a friend for free.
Yeah, that's what we're
When they
getting off
leave.
after this. We're going to go and do a cycle class. I'm so excited.
We're going to do the trip.
The trip.
And we're going to drop acid.
What?
Nah, I mean.
It'll be way too scary.
Yeah. I think I'd like it.
Yeah, I think you would too. I'd panic. I'd panic.
You'd be crying in the corner.
I would. Anyway, that is it for us. Tune in next time where we talk about the Type 5 toilet talk.
See you then.
Love you. Bye.